What's up, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel, and today I am making a video review to talk about my experience using the Daiwa warranty claim and my experience going through the whole process. The reason why I want to make this video is because when I had went through this situation, which I'll talk about it briefly, when I went through the situation, I didn't find anything on YouTube that would help me try to understand. And listen, I don't tell people how to use their platform, but I think one of the bad habits that people have is that it's easy to make content to bash a company, but they never talk about what the outcome was. What did they do to fix it? Did they fix the situation? And a lot of these videos that you see, it's kind of like that. It's like kind of weird. Like, okay, like I saw like this one video where the guy said that he received the wrong rod. So what did they do? Like, what was the explanation? There's so much that goes into just like actions, right? It's like, what was the reason of them doing that? So I kind of want to just speak about my experience with it, and I guess to give you guys a peace of mind. So if you saw my last video, you saw that I purchased this rod. This is the ultralight Presso, and the first day that I took it out fishing, literally 10 minutes. Like, I cast it like 3 times. I caught 1 fish. Then my daughter wanted to to catch a fish, and I decided to go to a different location. There was trees, and when I went to throw the cast with her, it got snagged on a tree. And I'm gonna show you how I broke the rod, which is a rookie move. I still don't understand why I did it that way, but it was so dumb. Because this is like very light. This whole part right here is very light. So I actually applied some pressure here with this thumb and then started to pull the line. And from me putting pressure on this thumb, this actually snapped the whole tip in half. Okay, it was literally like from right here, it snapped it in half. This was like a whole 10 minutes of me using it. So I'm like, oh man, I'm like, all right. So I was talking to some friends, and they was like, I don't know. You might have to lie. You might have to, this. And one thing I hate doing is I just hate lying, especially when it was like a mistake. But I understand why people do it, because some of these warranty companies, they really don't cover anything. But just me personally, I just hate doing it, So I went online, and if you go on your phone or your laptop, you could type in Daiwa warranty claim, and it's going to take you to the page that's going to explain everything to you. And then there's going to be 2 forms. There's going to be a form for the rod, and there's going to be a form for the reel. And when you get the form for the rod, it's pretty self-explanatory. You put in all your information, the rod, the type of rod that you have, and that's it. You don't even have to put where you got the rod from or anything like that. There's an address, and you send it to that address. Now, I did call Daiwa to make sure that I was doing everything properly, and the guy confirmed that I was doing everything properly. And he even told me, he said, hey, if you don't have access to a printer, you could just write down the address yourself, and you could just write down all your information on the paper: your name, your first, last name, phone number, street address, what type of rod you have, and not in like this long thing, because they're going to see what happened, but like kind of like, what needs to be replaced. Okay. And you just send it in. And the reason why they do it like that is because they have to see, I guess that they have to see for themselves, and they have to determine if it was broke purposely or if it was a mistake. There's no explanation on your end that you need to do. Now, before I get into what the outcome was, I want to talk about shipping. Do not, and I'm going to repeat, do not use UPS, and don't even use FedEx because I could just imagine that FedEx is as expensive. I have done a lot of reselling in my lifetime, so I know exactly how USPS works. Okay, and when you ship any item through USPS, which is priority, using the priority method, they do not charge you according to the weight or the length of the package. They only charge you according to the distance that it has to be shipped to. So if it has to go from here, I'm in Pennsylvania, I'm not gonna go like into like where exactly, but if you're shipping from Pennsylvania to California, they're just charging you the distance. They're not gonna charge you the weight or the length. So and in terms of packaging, you could package it yourself. Kind of like what I did was, it's kind of hard to explain it, but like if you find like a nice big enough box, okay, what you do is that you're gonna cut the corner in half. When the box is flat, the what you want to use to your advantage is the flaps. Now with a rod like this, it's going to work because this rod is a two-piece rod. So with the flaps, I actually took the two parts out. I tucked this all the way in where the flaps is at, and then I turned the whole cardboard box over, so I made kind of like two flaps. And then I took a box cutter, I cut the end, and I put like some real heavy duty tape. And please do not forget to put that slip inside there before you even do that. Okay, so before even doing that, even though like I knew that that's the method that I could have used, before even doing that, I said, you know what, let me go to UPS and let me see how much they're going to charge me. They didn't have a box to accommodate for this, so they had to order a box, which is going to take 3 days for the box to get there. They wanted to charge me $12 for the box. Okay, to ship the rod over to California, including the box, the total price was $89. This is a $85 rod. At that point, you might as well just buy a whole new one. Like, it doesn't make any sense at all to spend that type of money to get it shipped. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna package this up myself. I went over to USPS, the postal office, and they charged me from Pennsylvania all the way to California. They charged me $31.50, which is way better than the almost $90 that they were charging me. Okay, so do not use UPS. Use the postal office, because in this situation, the postal office is your best friend. I shipped it on a Monday and it was already in California by Wednesday. Okay, so it was pretty fast. I didn't have to wait anything crazy. Okay, so with that being said, I ship it on a Monday, and like I said, it gets there on a Wednesday. I didn't get any call back, so I was, at the end of the day, this is your product. I don't care where you send anything. I think that is your responsibility to be on top of it. So I called them on Friday, and I called them on Thursday. They said, I gave them all the information. They said that they have received it, but that it wasn't in the system. It has to get into the computer system first. So there was like, give it by Friday. So Friday came, and it was in the computer system. And basically what they ruled, without me having to say anything out of my mouth or anything like that, what they have ruled was that, yeah, it was accidental. Okay, so they went ahead and they shipped me another one. Now they shipped it, I don't think that they shipped it Friday. They actually shipped it on Saturday. On Saturday I received my shipping, my tracking number, which they use the FedEx. So I received my tracking number, and then from there it was a waiting game. Now the FedEx is a slippery slope with FedEx. I should have received it on Tuesday because that's when it was the information said that I should have received it on Tuesday, but I actually didn't receive it till Thursday. Um, and it was crazy because Tuesday it kept on saying that it was out for delivery. I didn't get anything. Wednesday out for delivery. I didn't get anything. And then finally, that Thursday it said the same thing, and then that's when I received it. I received it on that Thursday, which that has nothing to do with Daiwa. Um, but yeah, I mean, it was beyond easy. They sent me the rod. They sent it well packaged. Um, they actually sent it a better package than the place that I actually bought the rod from. Which I was surprised. The place that I bought the rod from, when they shipped it, I was just like surprised that they shipped it like that. Um, but yeah, so um, I was pleased. I didn't have to lie. I didn't have to do anything crazy. I didn't even have to speak to them, to be honest. All I had to do was just follow that form to the T, send it in, and everything else was being taken care of. They send you an invoice to kind of just, tell you what's going on. And in the invoice, you're gonna see that is the zero amount. If if they see that it wasn't accidental from the from what the from what the guy explained to me, you would just pay a partial. Um, you just pay partial, and then at that point, they will send you an invoice to your email, because I did forget on that form you do have to put your email as well. So on your email you will get that invoice, and then you just pay it. So I think it's half of the price of the cost of whatever the total price of the rod is. So let's just say if they would have found that I snapped it on purpose, a $85 rod, I probably would have had to pay like 40 something dollars. I didn't have to pay for shipping or anything like that when they were sending it to my end. Everything was taken care of from then. The only shipping I had to pay for was me shipping it over to them. But I didn't have to pay for the shipping, to return back to me. Um, so yeah, and then after that, it was like pretty, easy peasy. I, I used it as soon as I got it, probably like 2 or 3 days later, because I was just like so like antsy about like wanting to use it. And yeah, man. So that's my experience using the Daiwa uh, warranty. You don't have to call them. You could just go on your phone, on or your laptop, Daiwa warranty claim. You're going to see the PDF file all the way in the bottom. If you want to read through the whole thing, it's up to you. You're going to see the PDF all the way in the bottom. You click on the PDF for the part that pertains to you, and you just literally you fill that out and you ship it yourself to that address that's on the form. So I hope, man, that this was very I hope that this was informed. I hope that you could appreciate the information that I'm displaying, and like I said, don't feel nervous or anything like that. I think that they did a very great job, despite what all the other videos say from like 8 years ago that they never bothered to like upload. Um, I didn't have any issues. So let me know if you have any questions on the comment section. Till next time, peace out.